Hi there, what's up? So today I really wanted to talk about a video game that I played a lot of lately, and if you follow me on Twitter, or even worse, you know me in real life, this is like all I talk about, and I'm so sorry for being so annoying. I feel myself being annoying, but you need to understand that The Witcher, the first The Witcher game of the three, is the first video game, easily, that I have ever played and finished. I hit credits on this game, and it was like, what? I haven't just left this game unfinished like I have with every other video game ever. Pokemon and Animal Crossing don't ever really end, so I don't count those, but even the games that end that I've played, I never finished. So I just really wanted to talk today about how much I love this game. It's so much fun. Now understand that I don't have a big fancy computer. The only computer that I own is my MacBook. So I can't really play like really fun, high-speed, fancy graphics games. I even downloaded the second The Witcher game already and know that I can't play it on my MacBook. I probably should have assumed I can't play it on my MacBook, but I tried anyway. So I'm going to have to get a fancy computer or an Xbox or something of that sort in my life, because we have none of that. As far as video games are concerned, my family is 90% Nintendo, so we have almost all of those, but not something I can play The Witcher on. So first I just want to remind you that as far as video games go, even though I've played video games my literal whole life, I'm still a novice. I'm still not good. I still fumble through, and if you watch my playing a Telltale Games The Walking Dead game, you know that I still fumble through things, and I still go to push buttons sometimes, and I forget which way's forward and which way's back, but it's still fun. I still genuinely enjoy it. I'm just not a natural, what can I say? But The Witcher is very user-friendly. Like, all the interfaces within the game are so easy to figure out. Everything is so easy. And I found that I picked it up right away. I was probably faster at The Witcher than I am at The Walking Dead game. And The Walking Dead game is like 2 buttons. So, really, what does that tell you? And it's also fun because I know most games are like this, but like I said, I don't finish games, so I don't play them very often. I really enjoyed the fact that I could go into the controls and change which buttons were which, because first of all, we're playing on a MacBook, meant that I have less keys than people who play on like a big fancy computer, and it also meant that I could make it sort of fit where my hands naturally want to go and how my hands naturally want to play. So I really appreciated that aspect. So as far as storyline goes in The Witcher, I don't want to give too much away because I'm hoping I'm helping convince you to play it. The game starts with Geralt of Rivia. He's a witcher, so he's like a super mutant human who fights monsters, and he's beautiful. And he was supposed to have died in this like big battle, but he was resurrected, and now he can't remember anything of his whole life beforehand. Of course, right? So the game starts in Morn, and it's sort of like a hub of the last of the Witchers. So there's Geralt, and then there's Vesemir, and then there's like one guy that's learning, and there's Triss Marigold, who is like a really crazy, intense, powerful sorceress, and they're all hanging out there, and then it gets attacked by this secret, powerful mage and a professor, and they steal all the Witcher secrets, and that sort of sets Geralt in motion for the rest of the game. He finds out that these people are with this big organization called Salamandra, and Salamandra attacked Kaer Morhen, so I'm going to get rid of Salamandra. And so the main storyline of the game is Geralt figuring out like people who are involved in Salamandra and trying to get to the top of Salamandra to defeat them. In The Witcher as well, though, along with that storyline, there are a lot of like little fun side storylines and quests and stuff. So you have the like normal Witcher contracts where someone hires Geralt to go kill a big monster, and you just get to go kill a big monster, and it's actually so much fun. And then you have the sort of side stories, like at one point you have to figure out where the bride is, and then you find her, but she's dead, and you have to find out who killed her, and then you find out who killed her, and you have to, you know what I mean? So there's lots of fun little storylines like that. So the world itself in The Witcher is it looks very Skyrim-y to me, but the game itself really doesn't play like that, because Skyrim doesn't really have a main overlying storyline like that, whereas The Witcher, you're always building to that end boss battle that you know that's coming, where you have to take out whoever is the head of Salamandra. This game also has a lot of like really fun characters. Like, it's crazy to me how diverse and how fun the characters in this game are, even though you can like tell that the character models physically are just copies of each other. It's still really fun. The other cool thing about The Witcher that I really like, having played Telltale games before, is that in Telltale games, whatever choices you make in conversation kind of dictate where the story goes. And The Witcher kind of does that too. So eventually, as you're heading towards, the big Salamandra battle that is coming, there's a lot of political stuff within the kingdom as well. And the Scoia'tael, which are the non-humans, so the elves and the dwarfs and people like that aren't human, and the humans kind of butt heads. And Geralt, as a Witcher, the Witchers usually may remain neutral, but the game gives you the option to play a side eventually. Now, I, being me, obviously I sided with the Scoia'tael. Knowing humans in real life, of course I'm going to side with the dwarfs and the elves and stuff. But also you'll notice in the game, this is what made the choice so easy for me, is that in the game, the dwarfs, the elves, they talk to Geralt like normal, like he's just another guy. But the humans always kind of look down on him and they're like, oh, a witcher, hide your women. Like when you're walking through Vizima, which is the big city, there's like all these snide comments from the humans about witchers. I'm like, why would I fight for those people? Why would I defend them? And so I picked the Scoia'tael side, and I ended up working with like the elf, not the elf king, but he's like the head of the elves, and his name is Yavin, and I really like him. He's really cool. And I'm considering going back and replaying the game now. I might as well, right? And picking the other side just to see how that goes, because the unfortunate thing about picking the Scoia'tael side is that you lose this guy Siegfried as a friend, because Siegfried is a human and he works with the humans, the Order of the Flaming Rose, and you sort of get to become friends with him earlier on in the game, and you can like do certain things with him. But then when you make your big choice and I chose the Scoia'tael side, he like hates you, and the way that the story ended up playing out for me, spoiler alert, sorry, I ended up having to kill him, and I was like, oh, but I liked him, we were friends. This is sad. Witcher says in like Steam that it has over 200 hours of gameplay. I beat it in about 70, which maybe I left some quests out. I really don't think I did. I know that there's a couple at the very end. I didn't realize how close to the end of the game I was, and I left a couple unfinished, and you can't go back and do it. And so I was like, oh, I have all these things. All I have to do is go get my reward money and officially finish the quest. And unfortunately, I didn't get to do that. But now I know, so when I replay it, I'll get to do all of them. And yeah. So, The Witcher, the first game, the one that I played on Steam, is $1.64. And for most people, your coffee in the morning that you buy on your way to work costs more than that. So I would really, really, really strongly recommend playing The Witcher. And because it is such an older game, I can play it on my MacBook. So I can assume whatever computer you have, you're going to be able to play it on. And it is so much fun, and I cannot recommend it enough. It's so much fun. You have to obviously be okay with, like, killing things, because he's a monster hunter, so you have to kill monsters. And sometimes humans are monsters. So go for it. But yeah, I wanted to make like a vlog where I could just talk about how much I love this game, because it was so much fun, and I really would recommend it to anyone, anytime, ever. Please check it out. It's so fun. So that's about everything from me for this week. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!